What's up, guys? It's Aaron. Um, uh, Look at Mikey right there. He's so cute. Um, anyway, it is almost 8 months on testosterone for me. My 8 month marker just happens to fall on Valentine's Day. How exciting! Buy myself some chocolates or something. Um, no, but what I wanted to do for this video is just kind of like begin to discuss sexuality and things of that nature, and kind of how that has been like changing a bit the longer I've been on tea, and just kind of incorporating tea into kind of changing, altering, tweaking my sexuality. Um, but let me just start by saying I currently identify as straight. I identify as a straight male. You know, I would probably say, though, the best way to, like, I guess the best label that I can come up with, at least at this point, in my life, is heteroflexible. Uh, Now, pretty much what I mean by that is I don't ever think that I could be in a relationship with a guy. I know that I couldn't. That would not happen. There's like no, like, really emotional attachment or like attraction to men. Um, Physical attraction, I, I wouldn't really call it physical attraction. I mean, again, like I said, I don't really know. Like, I'm kind of figuring stuff out. Now I'm at the point where I've realized, I've got my gender stuff pretty much all figured out. And with figuring that out, I've realized that sexuality definitely is a lot more fluid, and it's not as rigid as people believe. Um, so, again, going back to what I was saying, I wouldn't really call it physically attracted, but it's more like intrigued, almost like an obsession, but I feel like obsession sounds so, it has such negative connotation to it. But this, like, desire to want the male body, um, and, the desire to kind of explore sexually, um, intimacy with another guy. And I think part of me, like, the reason why I kind of want to, like, put myself out there and try is because I've never, aside from, like, kissing, I've never done anything with a guy. Um, Further than that, I don't know if I would go as far as, like, having sex with another guy, but, you know, oral sex, I guess I would be willing to try that. I mean, I guess honestly, I'd probably be willing to try just about anything. Again, because of the curiosity, and I think just, like, wanting to see what it would have been like if I was born in the right body, like, to, like, almost, like, feel what they're feeling. I don't know if this, like, makes sense, but by, like, performing the act on a guy, I could kind of, like, try and get an insight into what it is like to be fucked with a penis. No, that's not right. But what it feels like to have a dick, and kind of the sexual things that come along with that, is probably more along the lines of what I mean. I apologize if this video is, like, really confusing, and people don't really understand it. I'm just trying to, like, put my thoughts into words, and my thoughts aren't totally clear in my head, so it's kind of hard for me to do. But yeah, I mean, that's what I would say. And on the other turn, like, I've never been sexually involved with a woman either. I'm very awkward with sex in that nature. I was never really exposed or overly concerned about it. As a child going through puberty, it wasn't really like a big um, thought of mine. So I've never really been like too, I guess, pushed towards sex. It's never really been a major like concern of mine. Like I feel like to be in an intimate relationship with a person, sex isn't like the first thing that would come to mind for me. Obviously, it comes along with it, but I'm not looking for a relationship for sex, I guess is what I mean. I kind of want to just enjoy my company with that person. I think there is a major pressure on just people in general to rush into sex, rush into having sex, being physically intimate with someone else, and I feel like it's a big deal to do that. Some people would call me a prude, like whatever. The other part of it, though, is just not being totally comfortable with my body. And, I just have a bunch of different body image issues. Tea has definitely been helping me with some of them, hurting me with others. But I'd say, all in all, I'm still not ready for it, just because now that I am transitioning, I feel like it's a lot different for me. So yeah, that's kind of like my, I guess, crash course trying to get all of my thoughts into sentences that make sense and put it in a video here to share with you, because I feel like that's something that is kind of talked about but not really too much, with sexuality and how that kind of gets tweaked a bit with some guys when they start taking tea. So that's just kind of been my experiences with it. I'm sure that there will be a follow-up video to this in the future. Again, like I said, because things change, this is just where I'm at right now with it. But yeah, I figured it's been a bit since I've made a video, so might as well talk about a new topic and something that I think is very interesting, and something to explore further. It's also very scary, I think, talking about it. But whatever. I will get into that, I guess, at a later point. But yeah, so that's that video on sexuality. And alright, I hope everyone is doing well and enjoy the rest of your week.